Bore da i chi gyd. Bore da I bawb a croeso i'r cyfarfod yma o'r Is-Bwyllgor Trafnidiaeth. Fel chi'n gweld y bore yma agenda byr yw ond mae'n bwysig bod ni'n dod i'r penderfyniad ar yr eitem hynny. Felly, newn ni ddechrau jyst wrth atgoffa pobl fod y cyfarfod yma yn cael ei recordio'n fyw wrth gwrs, a fydd ar gael ar safle we y cyngor, ac wrth gymryd rhan chi'n cydsynnu o'r ffaith bod chi'n cael eich ffilmio, a fydd yr agweddau hynny yn gallu cael ei defnyddio at hyfforddiant yn y dyfodol. Felly, os ydych chi'n siŵr bod eich telefonau symudol bant ar gyfer cyfarfod, bydd hynny'n grêt. Felly, ni'n symud ymlaen i eitem 1 te, sef datganiadau gan yr cadeirydd. Fel o'n i'n sôn, os ydych chi'n siŵr bod yr ffonau symudol wedi cael ei troi bant, ac os ydych chi'n moyn gofyn cwestiwn neu gwneud pwynt, codwch eich llaw electronig os gwelwch yn dda. Felly gyda ni, newn ni symud ymlaen i eitem 2, sef datgan buddiant personol. Gyda I ofyn, os yna unrhyw ddatganiad da unrhyw aelod i wneud ar y pwynt yma? Dwi ddim yn credu, na. Felly, os nag oes newn ni symud ymlaen i eitem 3 ar yr agenda, sef cyfnodion y cyfarfod diwetha, gynhalwyd nôl yn mis Chwefror. Mae rhain wedi cael ei amlinellu ar dudalen 3 i 8. Ac felly, os ych chi'n weddol hapus gyda'r cynnwys, gai ofyn i rywun i gynnig yn ffurfiol bod ni'n derbyn nhw, os gwelwch yn dda. Diolch Edward Thomas yn cynnig, a gai eilydd, os gwelwch yn dda. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, thanks very much. A gai ofyn da I bawb i godi eich llaw os chi'n hapus i dderbyn yn ffurfiol te, please. Wyndham, are you content with the minutes? Yeah. Great, diolch yn fawr. Thank you very much. Felly, newn ni symud ymlaen at eitem 4. So item 4 is the only item in terms of the agenda really this morning. So that's the programme update in terms of the RTP's Regional Transport Plan, and the report seeks our endorsement for the amendment to the programme of works with regards to the initial draft stage. So at this point then, I will ask officers just to give a bit of context, and I think that, is it Stephen Swansea who's going to lead on this?
Yeah, Stuart, yeah.
Stuart.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. No, thank you, yeah, I'll just give a brief introduction. Lee's actually joined us as well, so he may add a few bits to what I'm updating on. As you'll remember, in terms of even the early stages of development, we were kind of flagging up concerns with the sort of timescale. We were the sort of indicative timescale provided to Welsh Government. We put an implementation plan and the case for change together. The purpose of this report is to really flag up with that we're moving away in terms of at the moment from the timescale for the implementation plan. I think the best thing that it sort of summarises it in the little table that's there in terms of the proposed draft RTP timeline in the report. So in the initial timeline, which we put in the implementation plan, there was a submission date of the 29th of May to submit the sort of draft RTP, with the final being submitted through on the 31st of October. The proposed timeline that we're revising this to is that during May, June, that we'll hold the sort of technical stakeholder and community council meetings, the consultation side, the public consultation. In July, the intention is to submit a policy update on the RTP to Welsh Government, and at the moment we're maintaining on the same trajectory for the final draft being submitted for the 31st of October. So it's a change of a few months in that. The other thing I would like to flag up is that we've still got significant concerns about the end date at the moment, but we'll update in due course. But the intended end date being the 29th of March 2025, but there are concerns which we've expressed before about delivering within that timescale. So we will revise those as things move forward. So I think that's it, really, the main points I wanted to raise. I don't know if Lee wants to mention anything from there, Lee, or any of the other heads of service.
Yeah, good morning, Chair. I think, Stuart, the only other thing to mention is obviously in South West Wales, we're starting from a far lower base in terms of information. South East Wales and North Wales had a Transport Commission that effectively did a lot of the work for them. So their job is a lot easier than ours, and I think that reflects in the new timescales, doesn't it, Stuart? I think that's the real challenge. It's about getting that evidence base together. I think we intuitively know what we need the RTP to contain. The delivery plan, I think, is a little bit more challenging, given some of the issues we've discussed before. But I think that's the real challenge, that we've not had a Transport Commission in South West Wales, and that does leave us effectively catching up. I think the other things to say, Stuart, is the good news is we're far in advance of the other regions. Only North Wales have submitted their case for change in similar timescales to us. Mid are only just starting that process, as are South East Wales. So we are ahead of the curve, but obviously there's a lot of work to do. And I think the new timescales give us a fighting chance of delivering a good RTP.
Okay, thanks, Liam. Are there any further comments from officers on this point? No, quite content. It seems pretty straightforward, isn't it? Are there any questions from members then, or any points that members would like to raise? No, quite happy. Rhys, do you want to come in?
No, really just to say, Darren, I think this is much more realistic in terms of timescales than what we'd seen previously, and I was extremely concerned about the amount of workload and pressure this was putting on officers to deliver this. So if it means taking a more measured approach, then I'd fully support that, and I think it's a sensible way through this.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree. And as I say, we've expressed concerns in terms of the timescales and the resource that we have available to us to deliver this consistently, haven't we? And I suppose the one positive I think we can take from the minister's letter, which is attached to the pack, is when he talks of lengthy reporting, often requiring expensive consultant input, should be avoided, and I think that's a positive sentiment. I think we've got to be realistic in terms of what we can deliver, over the period. And obviously, there's lots of work going on in the background. We've got input from Transport for Wales. We've got lots of data that we've got access to, isn't it? And we had a meeting only last week with regards to the bus franchising. So there's lots of stuff going on in the background here, which can help support the delivery. So, okay, so if there aren't any further comments, then it seems that everybody seems quite content. Can I ask somebody to move formally that we accept the recommendations as set out? Yeah, okay. So Edward is proposing that. I'll take Rhys as the seconder formally, and if everyone can just show by raising your hands if you're happy to accept the recommendations, then. Felly mae pawb o blaid. Felly dyna hynny. Does dim eitem arall ar yr agenda bore yma. Felly rwy'n datgan fod y cyfarfod yn dod i derfyn. Felly diolch i chi gyd am eich presenoldeb yn bore yma yn gynnar, a gallwch chi fynd nôl nawr i gwpla'ch conflicts. Diolch yn fawr.